thanks for joining me today. Today I want to talk to you about the delays that we are facing with regard to getting stock in. So it has been all over the news that supermarkets are really struggling to get stock on their shelves, and that is a real indication of what's going on across the kind of whole of our country. So our industry is obviously being affected by this, but we have put parameters in place. So the slowness in the supply chain is down to a kind of number of things. The first of which is the furlough scheme. Lots of people, lots of industries, lots of organisations are finding it very, very hard to recruit particularly on kind of lower end pay scales, which means that trying to get people in on the manufacturing lines is becoming more and more challenging. Also, the test and protect is obviously asking a lot of people, particularly in England. It's a lot more prevalent than it is here in Scotland, but a lot of our suppliers do actually manufacture their chemicals in England in some of the COVID hotspots. So lots of them are having to, a lot of the workforce are having to self-isolate because they've had contact with someone who's COVID positive, which means they're having to shut down one of their manufacturing lines, and that's impacting manufacturing also. Another thing that's impacting manufacturing is obviously the gradual opening of our kind of sectors. Has affected the way in which manufacturing is prioritised. Obviously, we've only got one manufacturing production line open versus two, and obviously they're having to prioritise sanitisers, sprays, bleach tablets, etc. over things like pine disinfectant. So we have seen a slowness in the speed that is being delivered to us. The final thing that's kind of jigsaw piece that's slotted into place that's slowing down delivery is hauliers are facing huge amounts of challenges to get drivers to come and deliver, and that's due to Brexit. It's due to the COVID pandemic and lots of kind of European drivers going home for a bit. It's due to them just having to reschedule their runs because there aren't enough drivers to deliver to us. So that's something that we are kind of dealing with, and our supply chain has kind of slowed down. On the back of the first lockdown, when Astral Hygiene was, we were all in the thick of this, we had this challenge. It was a kind of a more acute challenge then, because the whole kind of country shut down. But we did put preparations in place, and we did put plans in place. So we have engaged those plans and turned on another supplier. So this supplier, our other suppliers are kind of plugging the gap. So you will kind of see any of our kind of normal local customers will see their usual products temporarily being replaced with other products that we've passed through our quality control, and we'll continue to take feedback on them. If it is the case that you prefer the replacement product, we'll continue to keep that on and potentially run it alongside. So this is kind of an opportunity for you as our customer to give you our feedback on the replacements that we have on offer. So we're going to be running them on concurrently with our current supplier. So we'll have two different kinds, for example, of 10% detergent washing up liquid that we usually stock here. So we're stocking the 10% detergent, but we're also stocking a green detergent to make sure that we have plenty of stock available. And especially during the tourist season, it's busy here. It's busy up and down the UK, so we have plenty of stock across all of our lines because we have been able to turn on another supplier. And one of the lovely things that is kind of bubbling away and is happening in this sector is the speed of delivery. I think it's going to be changing. So when I took over the role as the buyer of everything in Astral Hygiene, so I oversee the buying team, the speed of delivery was very, very slow. it was, you know, you put in a purchase order and 4 weeks later, your order would arrive. We're now in a position where we have suppliers who you can put in a chemical order before 10 o'clock and it arrives the next day, which is great, which is great for us, for the sector, for the industry, and it's really quite encouraging. So the message today is, yes, we are facing challenges across our supply chain in terms of getting stock in, but what I would also say is that we have innovated, we have planned for this, you know, we have a strategic plan which we have put in place, and we are mediating the effects of this challenge with alternative suppliers. So continue to put your orders in, we'll fulfill them as normal. Thanks so much, bye.